And I really want you to do this. If you think it's positive, deal it here. If you think it's negative, deal it here. You
really can't see anything.
Because there's nothing to see. Right. If you think it's positive, deal it there. If you think it's negative, deal it there. But face down.
If I think it's positive, right.
Put it underneath the positive. Now, be honest with me. Did you actually think through that? Or did you just arbitrarily...
No, I thought about it.
It's a positive card. Positives are in colour. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, you're doing well. I want you to carry on doing that. Think about each card. If it's positive, deal it there. If it's negative, deal it there. Let's go. By the way, when you get about halfway, around about there, it's up to you. You're going to feel the urge to stop. At that point, stop. But it's up to you when you do that.
Is that about halfway?
It's up to you. Look, you can stop when you want to. You can keep going a couple. You can just keep going. At some point,
that's
you can...
about right.
Yeah? Are you sure?
I think so.
Positive? Do you want to go another couple, or are you okay?
No, there.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to mentally, in your mind, change the positions of where you're putting the cards. So up until now, you've been putting all the positive, what you feel positive about here, and what you feel negative about here. Switch them round. So this
Negatives
time,
go
negatives
here,
are going to go
positive
here, positives are going to go here.
Okay. On top.
Yeah?
Why am I thinking about this? It's a trick. Why am I getting...
Hang on.
It is a trick.
Do you know how many you dealt?
Why am I
Do you know
getting
how many you
so
dealt in
into
each pile?
Not a clue.
Let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You dealt 11 there, which means there's probably one extra one there, I think. And let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so you dealt slightly more there than there.
More positive than negative.
Yeah, then you switched them over. How do you feel like you did?
Oh, yeah. What do you mean?
How do you feel like you did? You put each card down. How do you feel like you did?
What am I supposed to know?
But you said, why are you thinking positive and negative?
I was like, I got quite into that, but I've no idea. Like, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. We know that this first card was correct because I showed it you, right?
Yeah.
But I asked you to start dealing positive cards here. And you did start dealing positive cards. And I asked you to continue dealing positive cards, and you did. And then, at some point, you decided to stop. And at that point, you continued to deal negatives all the way through to the very end. And over here, you started dealing negative cards, which you did. And at some point, you made the decision to stop. And at that point, you started dealing positive cards all the way through until the very, very end.
How the f does that work?
I have no idea.
It's the magic trick. 1. No. Why is it always 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Rate the magic trick. 1.
What are you
2.
doing?
What? 10 out of 10. Rate the magic trick. If I can get this bowling pin to disappear, would that deserve a follow? Yes, but that's not going to happen, so that's fine. Does that deserve a follow? If you tell me how you did it, very well.
You take a pen, you should be able to shove it right the way through, like this. No way! And you can actually move, if you look.
Good day, champion. How you doing? Welcome back to another Murphy's Magic Live. My name, of course, is Bo Creamer. Thank you so much for joining me. Look, I gotta say some hellos to some people in the chats. Ando, good to see ya. Alan, good to see you, buddy. Javier is in the house today, baby. Now, Mystic Tom, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Now, I do want to mention, I literally 15 minutes before this live went up, I decided to put it up on Instagram as well. So hopefully everything's working okay. I had to literally create all these new scenes and different like vertical scenes and sources to make sure it worked. So hopefully I haven't broken anything. David Buckham, how are you, mate? What's going on? 43rd Wizard, good to see everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for joining me today. We have a cool special live for you on the Anverdi Spirit Bell. Now, when this first was like kind of thought about, we kind of wanted just to have your reviews, like what you thought of the Spirit Bell, and we were just going to put up a video of just everyone's reviews. And it has morphed in the last few weeks into a beast that hopefully it is today. We had so many submissions. I'm not even kidding. We had so many people enter in their thoughts, performances, ideas. It just turned into a beast of its own. We also had people reaching out and asking for us to do like custom support. Like they had problems with their Spirit Bells. They wanted us to help them. They had their own ideas and they wanted us to share them online. So this has become like a kind of a masterclass, if you will, on the Anverdi Spirit Bell. Now there are so many, like I mentioned, so many videos that were put forward on people's ideas on the Spirit Bell. Unfortunately, otherwise we would be here for 3.5 years with everyone's ideas. So I pretty much spent the whole weekend. That's why I had Friday as the last release day. I'm not even kidding. Today I had 2 extra videos come in from people. So hopefully we can like compile them in. And if you guys want them to be, we'll compile them into one big video and just put them up on YouTube. Like for argument's sake, my good friend Louis Laval, he sent through his ideas and thoughts on the Spirit Bell. And I know a bunch of you want to hear Louis's ideas. And his video was like 26 minutes long, and I would have loved to put that up on this live stream for you, but I know a bunch of you probably want to watch other clips or you haven't got that much time. So we have uploaded that whole video separately. Just, you know, if you want to go watch that separately, we will hear from Louis today. There's about a 5-minute clip for Louis today, so that will be up online as well in this live stream. But Lewis's actual full clip is already up for gold members if you want to go see that. Otherwise, it'll be up shortly after this live stream has aired. Now, we also had people saying, well, I want to see a full tutorial. Now, unfortunately, we can't quite do that, but we have put up the Voodoo explanation on our YouTube for gold members. So if you're a gold member, you can absolutely go view the whole entirety and the tutorial for the Spirit Bell Voodoo dolls. So definitely check that out if you're a gold member. Now look, that's kind of that out of the way. If anyone has their own thoughts and ideas and reviews and like input that they want to put into the Spirit Bell, please throw them in a chat. I'm happy to like kind of make them pop up on the stream and have people give their own thoughts. Like here we have Ray. He's used his Spirit Bell in a show in Orlando this last weekend, and I could just put them up on the screen so everyone can see. Now, I know you don't want to hear me flapping my gums, and you want to hear from some of the best people in the industry. Now, I do want to say today we do have some giveaways. We have some giveaways for people that entered in their own video, and there will be 2 winners today. If those 2 people, these 2 people will, in fact, win all of the accessories for this spirit belt. We'll send them to you wherever you are in the world. They'll come straight out to you. They will be announced later on in this video. And as for such, for everyone viewing, we will also have, like always, some giveaways live on this stream, and maybe one for after if you can't watch this right now. Hello, LA Christopher, mystical reader, magical entertainer. How are you, my friend? Good to see you in. Now, look, I think we're going to jump over to our first speaker. This first person you love. This is Luca Volpe. He's going to run you through his thoughts and ideas on the Spirit Bell.
Hi everyone, it's Luca Volpe here, and today I would like to show you how I use the Anverdi Spirit Bell. Now, the Anverdi Spirit Bell doesn't need to be used only in beads are magic situations, or maybe just in Halloween, but can be used actually in every show as a demonstration of mind over matter. So let me show you what is my routine, and I've discovered that it's really, really powerful because it happens in the spectator hands. So first of all, I do a pendulum demonstration. Now, if you don't know how the spectator can move the pendulum in their hands, there are many books around that you can look it out. Okay, it's very, very simple. But basically the idea is that they are able to move the pendulum with the power of their mind, in reality through the ideomotor response. But in this case, I talk about mind over matter. I say, look, hold the pendulum, and then imagine that the pendulum starts to move in circle. More and more you think, and more the pendulum move. And I help the move. Okay, I just move my finger like this. I don't move the finger very close, just a little bit like this, just to give the spectator the idea on how I need to move. And you will see, you will not believe, but you will see that the pendulum will actually move in the spectator hands. This is a classic test. It work all the time. And it's really, really powerful. Then I tell the spectator, okay, imagine that the pendulum is changing position, is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and the pendulum actually change position. Say, okay, now stop. The pendulum will stop, okay? So take your time when you do that, because this is actually a real thing. You will see the people will go crazy when they actually see that their pendulum is moving in their hand, that they don't do anything. At one point, they say, okay, very good. Now that, you actually tested your mind over matter, let's try something a little bit more difficult. It may not work, but we will try. And then I introduce the bell. Okay, I introduce the bell. Say, look, this is a bell. And in a moment, I would like you hold this in your hand. I said, you know what? Actually, because I don't want that unconsciously you move the bell with your hand, let's isolate the bell on top of the stand. And I give the stand in their hand. I stop the bell, okay, like this, and I say, okay, now hold it and concentrate on the bell. In a moment, I would like that you think, only with your power of your mind, you can actually ring the bell. Just believe it. Look at the bell, send all your power, all your energy in the bell. Just believe that you can do. Believe that you can ring the bell. And then at one point, I will trigger the bell in their own hands. Only once. You don't want to do more than once. And trust me, when they move the bell, when the bell will move in their own hands, they will go crazy. This is an absolutely crazy piece. And again, it starts slowly with the pendulum moving in their hand, and then it makes sense that they can actually ring the bell just with the power of their mind. And then maybe after this, you can move to a mind bending routine where you can bend metal, so you can slowly create an act where slowly, piece by piece, the spectator is creating more impossible thing. So again, this is a fantastic tool. It doesn't need to be used only once a year in Halloween, but this can be a fantastic piece to create like a PK routine in the spectator hands. Start with the pendulum, then you do that, or maybe you can start with the pendulum, they can bend the metal in their hands, and they can ring the bell in their hands. Absolutely powerful. Try it and let me know.
There you go, Luca Volpe. Actually, I can't wait to do that. Alan, you're absolutely right. I love Luca. And Chris White, welcome. Thank you. Good to see you in the chat, mate. That is amazing. Luca's an absolute genius. I love the idea of holding the spirit bell in the hands. And I actually did want to go back in the beginning of the chat. Actually, I do. Firstly, Ray asked whether there will be other accessories available in the future. Yeah, this has kind of turned into a kind of like an awesome little thing that I know a lot of people have their own ideas on what they want to do with the spirit bell. I was chatting to, it's funny, Louis Laval yesterday about an idea, and he came to me with this really cool. If you have the spirit bell, try this. If you had seen my previous episode of Stumped, I mentioned that the spirit bell does come with a few other little accessories. One, in fact, is this little magnet here. Now, if you put this magnet on your spirit bell and you use your spirit bell, you'll find that that magnet flies off. It actually flew across my room. I don't know whether it changes the polarity of the magnet itself, but it flew across the room and literally launched and stuck itself to this monitor just here. It was wild. So it got me thinking, imagine if you kind of put that inside of a close-up mat, or you put like you put your spirit bell inside of a close-up mat, and you use like some playing cards. You put like a little magnet inside a playing card, had a spectator choose that. They pulled out some cards on the close-up mat, and that card flies off the close-up mat. That would just, I really, really want to try this. So this is kind of idea that I want to take this spirit bell, which kind of leads me on to this question I saw at the beginning of the chat from UK Navy. This gentleman says that the price range of this spirit bell, he was quite, obviously greatly so, that it is an expensive piece of magic. Now, I totally understand with what you're saying. When I first saw this as well, I was like, I know the kind of work Patrick puts into his products, so I had the same idea. Now, I'm not going to try and ring my bell here because you don't want that ringing off on stream, but the bell itself is like very, like this. We've had people ask about the durability, like is this going to get knocked about and is this going to break quite easily? It is made from metal, so it's going to last you a long, long time, and you will hear from some people about making it look more dented, more worn, but I've been using the heck out of this. I also have a 4-year-old son, and he's dropped this quite a few times, and it's lasted. Now, this is the base itself, and extremely well made. Now, I have spoken to Patrick about this, and I want to show you some kind of workings of it. I'm not going to show you how it kind of comes apart, because it is a cool piece that comes, like, to get it, there's an illusion built into it, which I think is cool. But inside the bell, here's like where you charge it, and the 3 different settings. I'm not going to try and cover my mic here, but the 3 different settings. So you have like your instant ring and your timer, which is a 5-second timer. Now this is insane. I was playing around with this quite a bit, and the whole thing itself was really rather light, and it holds together so seamlessly. Like when I first got this, I got to be honest with you, I kind of freaked out my wife a little bit. I had it in the house, and I said one of my friends was at a vintage store, and they sent it to me, and I didn't tell her it was the spirit bell, told her nothing about it, and it sat on my bookshelf in our lounge room, and then it started to ding when we were watching TV. It went ding, and it was this weird moment of her looking over and going, "What was that?" And I'm like, "I don't know," and then it dinged again. And she's a big believer in spirits and the supernatural, so she was just not having it. She was ready to throw it out, and I had to kind of like tell her, no, this is a product that Murphy's had put out. There's this really cool moment, which led me on to how I have it. I kind of want to give you my ideas on it, apart from that card flying off. I also have it with Shine 3.0. I already have that in my lounge room in a lamp. If you don't know what Shine 3.0, it's a remote light globe. And the whole idea is I have that light globe turn on automatically. After I take it out of the thing, it'll die while friends are over, and I'll take the light globe out, put it down on the table, and it'll automatically turn on. And then that's when the spirits start to interact with the spirit bell. So mine's like not really a routine as such. It's like moments that happen inside my house to break up and create conversations. Now, I do have some questions here from people. Yes, yeah. Ray says it's not cheap. You splurge for deluxe, and there's so much you can do with it. I'm always finding new things, and that's why Louis Laval spent 26 minutes in his explanation of it. His whole video, he never had a scripted of what he was going to say, and he just kind of spitballed. And he told me afterwards he could have gone for longer, but he looked at the recording time of his camera. It was about to die. He started to spitball and go crazy. Now, N33rd Wizard says, question, while this is something... Oh, did I click on? Yes, this is something I thought about while charging my bell, although it is a rechargeable battery. Even they need to be charged in the future. Will that be possible? Changed in the future. Yeah, yes, so we talked about this. The remote, it can be changed, the batteries out of that. The battery inside the device itself, it's not meant to be changed, but there are screws and that type of thing if you do need to get into it and change something out. But if you do have a faulty, say, battery, Murphy's will replace that for you. So if you do have any issues, we will take care of that for you. No questions asked. Does the Deluxe work with a hammer only, or only with the hammer? Yes, it does. So the Deluxe has no dingly bit inside the bell, if you will. It only works with the hammer. And the Deluxe is more closer to Anverdi's bell when it was thought up. So that's why that is. Now, I do want to mention, actually, while we're doing some customer support style stuff, maybe we will mention some things. I did have a list here of some support things, people talking about the battery. We had some questions asking about the battery and the charging cable. Now, it requires a charging cable or an outlet that is not fast charging. We've had some people that have been trying to use a fast charger and it doesn't really work that well. So the cable provided should work with any outlet. Now, if you want to use your own cable, you will need to have a fast charging wall adapter. Now, on the instructions, Javier talks about this and how to go about identifying whether or not your wall outlet is, in fact, fast charging. So we have had some people trying to use fast charging, and that doesn't really work just because of the battery inside this device. You don't want to, kind of damage it. So that's why this isn't fast charging. We also had some people ask about, talking about the hammer. Now, this is what a way to have questions come in as you've asked them. So this is perfect. We've had people saying that the Deluxe hammer is not hitting their bell, and there could be 3 reasons for this. Now, this is because the hammer. What I might do is play some content, so you don't have to see me looking down and reading my notes. I'll play some content while I discuss this all. So let me play that. Now, there may be some 3 reasons for this. This is because the hammer wasn't aligned properly. The post needs to be parallel to the edge of the base. Now, they can tweak the position, and when the hammer, then they can hit the hammer to test it and readjust if necessary. So just please make sure that your post is parallel to the edge of the base. Now, the hammer may also not be screwed in, or it may be screwed in too tightly, causing unnecessary friction. And if the battery is draining too low, this needs to be charged. So your hammer may not be hitting because your battery is too low. So just charge it with the provider cable, or again, your own, and you should be good to go. The 4th one is the bell and the hammer need to be still for it to hit. If either of them is swinging from a previous hit or from moving around the device, say in the spectator's hands, there's a chance that the bell will not be struck. So just make sure you have that covered with the bell itself. Now, yes, it might be a nice option to purchase the standard bell with a clanger separate purchase too. Yeah, we talked about this. I spoke to Patrick about this yesterday, about having separate purchases for things. But again, this is going to turn into where do we stop type thing. So we talked about, I know a few people had this standard bell and they wanted the case to go around it. And is the case going to be sold separately? no. If you want the standard bell, you either have to go produce your own case, or Lewis in his full length video discusses about having like a fish bowl or a glass bowl over the top to kind of use as a separate device if you don't have that clear case. But yes, Mystic Tom, that could be a possibility in the future, having a clanger to go along, or a hammer to go along with it. DW asks, question about having the spectator hold the bell with the standard. I found that the bell is shaking, moving, and I don't get the consistent ringing after activation. Any advice? Yeah, I guess if you want your spectator, I don't have a spectator hold it for a couple of reasons. Again, it sits on my shelf, but if I were to have a spectator hold it, the issue I would have is worrying about if they're going to drop it. I don't want them to drop it and snap it. But I think when I just held it then and I moved it, it was clinging quite a bit. So I wouldn't want to have that accidentally cling. I'd maybe have them, if you wanted them to hold it, put their hands on a table or sit it in their lap so it's not moving around quite a lot. It is, yeah, it's a funny thing. Like I also had, talking about how like it is kind of like built in the ringing, I had my wife, when we talked about the Spirit Ball and I didn't tell her that it was a device that we got from Murphy's, and then when I did, I got her to examine it, and she was kind of cautious because she knows about magic props and you shouldn't examine it, and she didn't know how to get into the hidden compartment to find the switches. It kind of blew her away, and she could actually build it herself, which is really kind of cool. Oh, there you go. Mark has given you a little option there. You can slightly bend it. We don't recommend it, but if you want to, that's up to you. Just be very careful of that. You don't want to damage it too much and damage your bell and no longer be able to perform it. Now, let's jump into another video. Look, I've been on here for almost half an hour. We've heard from one person. We have 7 people to hear from today. So we will keep this ball rolling and jump over to our next person. This is Feivel.
My name is Feivel, and the way I'll be using my Spirit Bell is in conjunction with The Collector, an effect by Nicholas Mavresis, which tells the story of a serial killer who took trophies from his victims. And the idea is, you know, they weren't able to find out who he was. So I have a spectator pick a photograph and not look at it, and that will be the supposed killer. And I will use Scrabble tiles instead of a Ouija board, and kind of, you know, wave my hand over them, or maybe use a pendulum or something, and the Spirit Bell will kind of direct me to figuring out who the killer was and what's his name, and that will sort of match what the spectator has chosen. So yeah, something like that.
I love that, combining a whole bunch of different already released effects into creating your very own big awesome routine. Hey, 43rd Wizard, that is you. How are you doing, mate? Thank you so much for your input. Absolutely so clever. And like Alan said, ooh, a Nicholas trick. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. You see what? You had me at serial killer. That's it. It was it's a cool, very cool idea, and I like the idea of getting in touch with like the victims to kind of help reveal. There's so many cool routines you could take this down. I'm already racing with my mind on how to do things. Pat, how are you doing, buddy? What's going on? When I first opened this, I was in such a hurry to return it and play with it. Turn it on, not to return it. And I couldn't even watch the tutorial. And I was well designed and hidden. I had to watch the tutorial to even try to open it. Absolutely, that's what I did. I work here, and I got way too excited when I opened it. And I was like, how do I get into this thing? I looked at all the pieces, and I did the same thing. I had to like sit down, turn the tutorial on, and watch. It is so well hidden. The compartment inside is so well hidden. Your spectators aren't going to find it. I love it. No, 43rd Wizard, you're absolutely welcome. Thank you so much for sending in your content. Again, you had me at serial killers, and I had to definitely display it. Any recommendations on how far this bell can be used for an audience? It's slightly soft ring, but I do feel that it's possible. It's loud enough to ring it across a room. Yeah, it's weird. I I would love to hear from people that are using it in a stage setting what their recommendations are. Maybe put a mic next to it if you're going to do it like that. But I have tested it in my house, and I had it up. We live in like a kind of like a little tall 2-story building. I put it up in our front bedroom, and I was in the back kitchen, so on the other side of the house down the bottom, and I was ringing it with a remote, and I could still hear it, and I could still hear it going on, and I could still hear the bell. So working through a house, so I could hear it that way. I hope that helps. What are the chances of 2 serial killers owning a spirit bell? And the Scrabble tiles are a great idea for if you don't own a Ouija board. I never thought of that, so that's why I love one of these ideas. Now, how long is the delay, and can you set it yourself? No, the delay is 5 seconds. So, again, there was talks about setting the delay yourself, but we decided that having a 5-second delay was just trying to help that and kind of cut out any issues of, you know, wrong timers and stuff like that. So you do know it's 5 seconds, and you can get that going. Sorry, I'm just trying to read through comments. Yeah, the delay is set to 5 seconds. You can have it automatic or 5 seconds. Thank you, DW. That is the best. Can you buy various glass domes for statues you could use? Yes. So there was, again, I mentioned, Louis Laval mentioned on his video that he used like a glass bowl, literally for mixing things, or you could use an old fish tank, like a fish tank, that kind of way, because if you are concerned about spectators thinking that there's threads involved. But Lewis also mentions in one of his routines, he does a stage performance or a performance where he has the spectators hold the spirit belt. So if you want to check that out, again, that clip will be out later on our YouTube, but for gold members, it's available right now. We just have a shorter version for today. I'm trying to, that's the clip. All right, let's jump on to another magician. He's extremely well known. If you've been to New York, you've probably seen his show. This gentleman's name is Dan White, and he has some great advice for you. Let's jump over to Dan.
I just wanted to take a moment to say how beautiful this piece is. I'm a real fan of having cool objects in my house, things that people question, and I think this would be one of them. I think for me, how I'm going to use it is just let this live on the shelf, and at some point, if someone sees it or picks it up, explain about how it might have been used in a seance or spiritualism techniques, and then let that live there. At some point, maybe doing another trick, like maybe haunted deck or something, and using this as like a real punctuation to the end of the trick. Maybe the lights go out and this rings, or you know, it's perfect for this time of year, but right at the right moment in the background, just having it ring. And I think that'd be really cool. I also really like the idea of the pendulum. I think the pendulum for this unit, I think would be a really strong routine, going from using the pendulum in their hands and having it move back and forth, to then maybe putting it on this, not using the full gimmick of it, but having them hold their hands on it like it was a planchette, and then having it move at that point, and then finally having it move without touching it at all. I think would be a really nice routine. So yeah, this thing is beautiful, and it's really nice that it can be examined and look at and nothing to see. So very cool, love it.
Very cool to hear from Dan White. I know when he got hold of it and he sent me a message about how excited he was about it. He was really, really excited about it. So it's good to hear his thoughts on it. Ray says, as it has been mentioned, that the markings on the star and symbol cards are reversed. I have to find that out for you. I've got them here, so I'm just looking at the marking systems now for them. I'll have a look at that for you, Ray, but if someone else is watching right now and they have them as well, if you wouldn't mind having a look, that way it saves me having time to look at them on the stream, keep this kind of ball rolling. I love the clicker that it comes with. Doesn't have a specific button that you need to find, and it can be clicked so easily. Just to make sure you don't accidentally press it. I have found that the button is so, tactile. I don't have any issues finding where to push it. I can push anywhere on the button, and it's gonna go off. Yeah, I've I don't think I've had the issue or worry about if it's going to be pressed, but I think if you do have it inside like a coat or a shirt, just be careful you don't lean against the table and have it accidentally press when you don't need it to be. Absolutely. I think what I will do though is we will put a giveaway countdown timer on. So in 15 minutes, we'll do a giveaway on the stream just for people on the stream. And then we will do the giveaway winners maybe after our next speaker, which is actually a performance piece. After the next performance, we will have one of the giveaway winners. We'll have the 2 winners announced that have won the accessories for their video submissions. Ray has done a typo on his end, so I will find that out for you. And Gavin, thank you so much for the new subscriber, buddy. Good to see you. David, you can use this as a Christmas time and do a Christmas carol routine with the bells ringing, a riff on, and It's a Wonderful Life and Angel's Wings on it. Yeah, that's cool. I like that you're taking away from that kind of like spooky vibe. And yeah, I would love to see like some kind of cool comedy routines. I was thinking of like having, you know, a spectator giving it to some kids, or having a kid kind of, you know, use magical powers and have the ability to ring the bell with their own magical powers, or yeah, using their mental powers when they want you to stop a routine mid thing, or, you know, giving a kid at a birthday party some sort of like gift for them to interrupt your show would be kind of cool. I'd love to see like a cool comedy routine that you guys could kind of come up with. Now let's jump over to Chuck, and he's going to do a performance for you right now with his spirit bell, and it is in a cemetery. Ooh.
Hey Sherry, we're in a creepy cemetery.
Oh, is it creepy?
It is creepy. This is what nightmares are made from.
Yes.
Hey, we're here to do a spooky, creepy video. What else?
Yes.
I'm going to talk about an interesting subject. In the 1800s, people were so afraid of being buried alive because they weren't embalmed. Many times they were in a deep coma. Even physicians couldn't tell if they were alive. There was a bell that was attached. It was called a grave bell. It was laid on the ground, attached to a string. It went into the coffin. So if they woke up, they would pull it. And that's what it looked like.
Wow.
We're here to do a demonstration, a recreation, if you will, of that piece of history. What I have here is a glass enclosure. And we're very fortunate, Sherry, to have one of the actual bells. This is the base, and here's the little striker that hits the bell. We're going to place it inside of the box like so. Now over here, I have a bag of goodies. I bought all of this from an antique store. Some really strange items.
Yeah.
Here is an actual grave bell. Untouched, never used. I'm going to very fairly hang the bell onto the holder next to the striker.
All right.
And just to make sure it is untouched by human hands, we're going to encase it in glass. Now we're going to ask, is anybody with us today? Oh my goodness, apparently there is. Now since this is a magic video, let's do a magic trick. I have a pack of cards here, Sherry.
Okay.
We're going to very fairly shuffle them like so.
Okay.
I'm going to go through. You say stop anywhere, right here?
Yeah.
Look at that card.
Got it.
All right, we're going to fan them out. We'll ask, was the card an ace? Was it a 2? Was it a 3? Oh, it says it was a 3.
Yes.
Was it a red card? Oh, yes, it said it was a red card. Was it a diamond? Was it a heart? Oh, it says it was the heart. Was the card the 3 of hearts?
Yes, it was.
All right, pretty spooky stuff today, Sherry. Now we're going to go on to another experiment, a test, if you will. What I have here is a die, and I have 6 creepy ancient cards, playing cards. We're going to very fairly put them up here. Now I want to roll a die, because I could ask you to name a number, but people think you're in on this.
Sure.
So we're going to roll the die to prove it favors no points. There's a 3. There's a 1. Now we'll go for the roll. 4. Watch, we're going to very fairly spread the cards like so. And I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. we're going to remove one card and place it right here. Now we can very fairly shuffle the pack like so.
Okay.
Now, since this is a magic video, I'm going to spell the word magic. M-A-G-I-C. We'll discard this one.
Okay.
M-A-G-I-C. Discard. M-A-G-I-C. Discard. We're down to 2 cards, Sherry. M-A-G-I-C. Discard. Would it be amazing if these 2 cards matched?
It sure would.
It would be. We'll be prepared to be amazed because they are both the skull.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Well, what about the other cards?
Oh,
Those cards.
Oh, you want to see these cards?
Yeah.
You don't want to see those cards.
do.
You do. Okay, well, look at this. They're all different. We have an hourglass. We have a candle. We have a coffin.
Oh, you're a
Oh,
slick one.
and we have the death mask from the Black Plague. All right. Pretty spooky stuff. All right, let me put that over here. Now what I'm going to do, Sherry, is remove the bell. I've been creeped out enough. I don't know about you, but we're going to remove it and place it right over here. All right. Now we have something a little bit different in my pocket. I'm out of room, actually. So in my pocket, Sherry, what I have is a glass and a ball. We're going to more or less just place the ball next to the glass. Now, I could cover this up. You want me to cover it up or you want me to do it open?
Do it open.
You want it the hard way, don't you?
I do.
All right. We'll see what happens. Oh, I see some movement, Sherry.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Oh. Come on. There you go. You can do it. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that was cool.
Into the glass. Pretty spooky stuff today, huh?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Now, we're going to put this down here with everything else. And we'll move on to the next experiment. What I have here, Sherry. Scary Sherry. What I have is a wooden base. Antique wooden base. We're going to place it right here. And inside of the bag of goodies, I have several children's blocks. We're just going to stack these up.
That's creepy.
Pretty creepy old blocks, I know. I had blocks when I was a kid, but I don't think they look that old. Now look, we're going to stack them up. I could place this into the box if you'd like, or you want me to do it outside of the box?
Outside.
You want it outside of the box? Watch. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, look at that. They did indeed move. So we're going to place them over here. And I have, wow, a creepy clown toy. Yeah, this thing is so bizarre. I mean, I don't even know why a child would even play with this thing, to be honest with you.
I don't either.
But I'm going to stand over here, completely away from it, Sherry. And I'd like it to try and move. We'll see what happens. That is one creepy clown, I would have to agree. But why? Oh my goodness! There you. Whoa! That really is kind of creepy. I'd have to agree with that. Well, we'll put this over here, and I have one final guest. He's a very good friend of mine. We're going to show you in a second. Watch. Are you with us today? Oh my goodness. Come on all the way up. All the way up. Oh my goodness, look at this. The great Skeletini. I actually dug him up. Watch. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down, calm down. Perfect scenario for a graveyard, isn't it? Now watch. I'm going to place him on my arm like so, and we're going to lay the scarf over my arm. Come on over here, Skeletini. Go down. There you go. Oh my goodness. Up back. There you go. All right, you going to do your little haunted dance for me, Skeletini? He does. Now we're going to bring him to the front again. Down. All right, and you can finally make your descent onto the table behind the blocks, okay? We don't want to disturb anything. There you go. The great Skeletini has done it again. Hey, it's time for me to get a drink. This is pretty cool. This is called Liquid Death. It's peach. Yes, peach. So,
That's terrible.
rest in peaches. Hey, thanks for stopping by, guys. Have a spooky Halloween.
I love Chuck. That was so cool. I actually really, really, really loved you. You're absolutely bang on there, Alan. the presentation of the story hook. I love the idea of having the hook being, or the bell being one of the bells from the graves. That would be kind of cool to leave it up on display and say this was actually one of those bells that people used to ring. Yeah, imagine taking a walk and running into that and thinking, what has just happened? That's what a cool routine. So much cool magic in there, and a lot of that was from the Spirit Bell Deluxe version. So cool to see everyone enjoying that. Now, I do want to do the winners of the 2 video submissions. There was 2 people that had, well, there's lots of people that entered in their content, but we had to choose 2. So we randomly chose those. So the winners of those were, congratulations, Feivel and Jonathan Maybon. Good to see you, and congratulations, you two. Just send us a DM on Murphy's socials, and what we will do is we will send out all the accessories of the Anverdi Spirit Bells directly to you wherever you are in the world. Just send us a DM and we'll get them out to you. So thanks again for you entering in and having a good time with it. I really do appreciate it. Was a very nice routine. You're absolutely right. And yes, dude, after our conversation the other day, I am so down to try and figure out a cool routine for a seance show for kids. It'd be really cool. If you can kind of figure it out, that would be awesome, man. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. I'd love to see it. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations, and congratulations, my friend. You guys are absolute legends. So thank you for your performances and routines. Well done. Congratulations to you too. Now, we have had a giveaway, so we might as well do a giveaway for all of everyone watching right now. Let's do a giveaway for everyone. Now, if you're watching on Instagram, you're not going to be able to see this. Actually, what we will do is we're going to try and do this. I'm trying to get to a way for people to view it on Instagram. I don't think we're going to. So we're just going to have it done this way. So we've got a wheel here. Going to have this. We haven't got the comment winner ready yet, but we will spin the wheel and see what the competitions are. For everyone viewing on Instagram, sorry you won't be able to see this, but let's spin that wheel. We're going to spin the wheel now and see what today's prize will be. We're going to get that done, and then we're going to have everyone comment in. So you're going to win a vault. So you're going to win a vault choice of any vault item you want at all. So to do this, we are going to have a giveaway, and it's going to run for 3 minutes. So you're going to have some time to enter. So we're going to start the giveaway, and it is exclamation mark prize to start that giveaway. So why is this not working? Hang on, give me 2 seconds. Naturally, when you try and get something to work, will this start? Oh, it says giveaway started. Okay, so giveaway has started. Type in. Well, I don't know what's giving me. It says the giveaway has started, but I'm not getting like a different screen. So we'll see. Yeah, exclamation mark prize. Hopefully that will work. Oh, there you go. We are getting that prize entering. So you got 2.5 minutes to go until that prize giveaways are done. So we will see when I can get that up. We might have to move this over here. This might be an easy way. This wasn't meant to do this, but we are getting it done this way. So we will have to move this around. Sorry, I had a thing coming up for it to be, for it to work. So you can see here, this is the timer here. I had to get another little pop-up screen, but you can see here, go to minute 50, 17 users in. So exclamation mark prize will enter you in to win a vault item of whatever you like. So we'll get to that in 1 minute 40. But so far, thank you so much for everyone tuning in. If you are interested in the Spirit Bell, you can pick it up from your favorite magic shop wherever you are in the world, or you can type in exclamation mark buy and we'll send you a dealer that has it currently in stock. So once we get that done, and then we can get you some prizes. Still don't know why that's not giving me a that screen. Anyways, we worked around it so we can get it going. So hopefully we can get. So you can see everyone here that's entered in. So well done. And we will choose the winner in just a second. So let me move that like this, and we'll see if we can get that working. Great, great, great. So good luck to everyone. We've got 55 seconds or 54 seconds, and we'll get you that prize. So I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. If you do have any questions on the Spirit Bell itself, please send them in the comment section, and I'm happy to answer each and every single one of them. In fact, our next guest, which we will have on straight after we choose this winner, is Max from Hocus Pocus. So it was so cool to see a dealer reach out and have their own ideas and thoughts on the Spirit Bell. I loved Max's previous review on the Spirit Bell, so it's really cool to hear from him again and his ideas on it all. So thank you again, Max. And also too, if you are spamming the chat for only ! prize, it will only give you one entry. You won't get multiple entries. It'll just set up to give you that one. So there you go. We have 2 seconds, and then we're going to draw the winner. So good luck, everyone. We're going to pick a winner now, and we'll see who gets it. Hey, see what? Congratulations, my friend. You are the winner of the vault. So you send me a DM on Murphy Socials, and we'll get that vault prize straight out to you wherever you are in the world, my friend. And just choose a vault from murphysmagic.com, and we'll send that vault prize straight to you. So thank you again. We might have another giveaway in just a little bit. So thank you again for everyone tuning in. Let's get into our next speaker. Like I mentioned, this one is Max from Hocus Pocus. So Max, take it away, buddy.
Max. Hey everyone, Max here in the Hocus Pocus showroom in Fresno, California, and thank you so much Murphy's Magic and Bo for having me on. I would like to talk about the Anverdi Spirit Bell today. We get thousands of magic products through our doors every year, and I've seen so many through my life being a part of magic my entire life, that I wouldn't say not a lot impresses me, but when something really, really impresses me, like to my core, I have to talk about it. And the Anverdi Spirit Bell, I will say right now that it is the best product Murphy's Magic has ever come out with. That is right. That is a huge statement because they've come out with a ton of products, and the Anverdi line has been killer. But when it comes to this Spirit Bell, hats off to you guys. This thing is incredible. And I'll tell you a few reasons why. First off, this can be performed in any situation. It can be performed anywhere. Close-up, parlor, stage. This is a professional prop, hands down. From the packaging, this box is like an iPhone box. It is gorgeous. To the actual bell itself, to the stand, everything about it is high class. They did an amazing job. And speaking of packaging, something I want to talk about is I know a lot of working performers, they don't carry around this box. And I get it. You're going to a show, you're not going to have it in this box that has the name of the product on it. So something that I found out personally, I went down to the local Harbor Freight. For anyone who's looking to protect their investment, I highly suggest getting this. This is their Apache 2800 case. It's a very small case, but it's very durable, and it's got this pluck foam in here, so you could actually get your Spirit Bell and put it in there and have a carrying case for it. So for all you pros out there, I know you guys like to protect your investment. I know you love your cases. That is something for you guys that I've just discovered on my own that is really neat. But let's talk about the product, because I think there is something about this Anverdi Bell that has not really been talked about, and I've been pushing it really hard. The fact that not everybody out there does a seance show. In my personal opinion, I think it can be used as a lie detector routine. And let me get into that. The standard, and same for the deluxe as well, what Murphy's has done is they've put a very unique look on this. It's a vintage look, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be vintage. Let me explain. It's wood, it's got copper, the bell is really nice, it's metal. It could be old, but at the same time, it could be new. It's a perfect mix of in between, where if you wanted to do that seance routine, sure, this could be an antique bell, but at the same time, turn it into a lie detector routine. Magic is all about entertainment, and I am one person who thoroughly believes that audience interaction is key. So bring someone onto stage, have fun with them, make it comedic. Instead of making it this seance show where you're bringing back someone from the dead, make it funny. Am I the best magician you've ever seen? Is this the best magic show you've ever seen? Am I a good looking guy? That's the type of stuff that I think this would shine on. And it's something that doesn't really get talked about, but I don't think a lot of people out there, I know a lot of people do bazaar and seance shows, but if you do something like that, that leaves you all year to perform it, because I know a lot of people really start going into the seance shows around October because it's Halloween, it's kind of spooky season, but this is now a prop that you can use all year long. And when you do routines like that, you can make it, as far as time management goes, you can make it as long or as short as possible. So once again, 10 out of 10 product here, guys. I cannot speak highly enough for the Anverdi Spirit Bell. Thank you, Murphy's Magic, for having me. Thank you, Bo. Thank you guys for coming out with this. And a special thanks to Mr. Patrick Wolford, who put 2 years into this product and literally nailed it through and through.
Oh, I hope you got the audio there at the end. But yes, we don't need that giveaway timer anymore. Go away, giveaway timer. But yes, thank you so much, Patrick. You absolutely blew it out of the water. I know when I first saw kind of the workings and the prototypes of this at Murphy's HQ quite a few years ago, George Tesoro, hey buddy, good to see you. It was insane to see the cool and the prototype version of this and what the finished product is. Patrick destroyed it. There's so much built into this. It's phenomenal. It's such a beautiful piece of magic. And you're absolutely right, David. The Apache case is a great idea. I didn't think, I was thinking of how to transport this if I was going to transport it somewhere. Again, I'm not really a performing working magician, so to have it in the box is fine for me, but the Apache case is perfect. And like Ray mentions, a smaller makeup case to transport his deluxe set is just as perfect. I love it, I love it, I love it. How you doing, George? Mate, hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Thanks for tuning in. And if you do have any questions on this as well, George is in the chat, so fire George some questions. He knows a lot about the Spirit Bell as well, so he can answer all the questions that I don't seem to be hitting. So thank you. Look, who else we got? We've got 2 more guest speakers, and then we're going to wind it up. So what we might do is hear from the next guest speaker, then have another giveaway rundown, and then hear from our last guest speaker today. So it'll be really cool. Let's keep this ball rolling and keep it going down the train. And we're going to hear from Jonathan right now. So Jonathan has a cool performance I absolutely love. When I first saw this, came through my inbox, loved it. So Jonathan, let's check out your performance right now, buddy.
Hi, my name's Jonathan. What's your name?
Shauna.
Shauna, it's a pleasure to meet you. Tonight I'd like to introduce you to Murphy's Studio Spirit Bell Deluxe. And tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to find out if there is a spirit present in the room with us. And if there is a spirit present in the room with us, please give us a sign. There is a spirit present in the room with us. All right, we're going to consult the spirit in order to create a connection between you and I. And what I want you to do is I'm going to hand you this blank sheet of paper, and I want you to write down on this piece of paper the first powerful and meaningful word that comes to your mind. Once you have written that word down on this sheet of paper, I want you to fold it up with the word on the inside so I cannot read it. Fold it into a small square and then hand it back to me. My back will be turned during this process.
Okay, I'm writing.
And whenever you're done, if you could please hand it back to me. Okay. Now, with that sheet of paper in your view the entire time, I'm going to place it inside the mouth of the Mayan death whistle. Right in there. It'll stay in there the rest of the time. I'm going to cite the letters of the alphabet, and when I reach the first letter of your chosen and thought of word, the spirit will give us a sign. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. L is the first letter of your word, Shauna. And now we'll move on to the second letter. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, O. Or is it P? It's an O, isn't it, Shauna?
Mm-hmm.
Your word is love, isn't it, Shauna?
Yes.
All right. The spirit is pleased. Spirit, you are dismissed.
I love that so much. I love that routine so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Jonathan, buddy, for sending that in. Incredible. Incredible. Well, we have two of the boys in the house. We have George and Javier. Good to see you in. Headmaster George. Greetings, buddy. Greetings. Hope you both are well. And I hope I'm not just getting, like this. Everyone in the studio is watching me today. There's probably, I feel sorry for you, but thank you for tuning in. If you're watching me this time of morning, I apologize. But thank you guys for tuning in. Good to have you here. Oh, I miss the studio so much. I miss it. Mate, no, thank you for your routine. Mate, it was honestly, like I said, it came into my inbox and I started. And from the first 10 seconds, I was invested. I loved it. I loved the smoke. I loved the fire at the end. I wasn't expecting the fire at the end, so loved it. Incredible. So thank you so much, Jonathan. Absolutely phenomenal. Zambini Escape says he's going to try to make his own idea with a porcelain bell. I love that idea. I love that, like an idea of a porcelain bell. That'd be cool. George, I would love to come back. Just say the word. Look, just say the word and I'll be back. Move to Cali. You sound like Austin. See, Austin wants to just have baths with me 24/7. And I'm like, but the only way it's going to happen, he's like, if you move to Cali. So I'll have to move to Cali. Then all these lives will be just from a bathtub with Austin Murphy and Craig Petty. So that'll be good. Amazing routine. Yeah, absolutely bang on. Oh, we're going to do another giveaway. So let's do the countdown for 15 minutes, which means we can kind of, have the final speaker. We can kind of wrap it up and do a giveaway just before the end of the live stream. If anyone does have any questions, please throw them down. Like I mentioned, George is in the chat, Javier's in the chat. Javier did all the tutorials, so he knows as much as he can about the giveaway. Not the giveaway, sorry, I just saw Jared put in exclamation mark prize. Prize won't work just yet, Jared. You're probably watching from the start. Won't work just yet until the countdown has actually started. And we do have like a little 3-minute countdown. So it won't work yet. The prize, there's no giveaway yet. There's a giveaway in 14 minutes, so you've got some time. But yeah, if you do have any questions, Javier and George are in the chat. Please throw all your questions in the chat. Those guys are there to answer anything that you have. But I think we should jump on to the last person, Louis Laval, and then he's going to tell you his thoughts and ideas. Again, I think in like, what's the time now? Oh yeah, in like 3 or 4 hours after this live ends, all of the video is going to go live for everyone of the full masterclass and breakdown from Louis himself. Insane. I sat down and watched the full 26 minutes today when it came through because I was so excited to hear what he had to say, and some incredible knowledge he's dropping on that. So definitely tune into that. But let's just jump into a short clip right now. We can share my office. Javier, could you imagine we would get no work done? There'd just be silly videos getting made all day. That's it. End the stream. We are going now. I'm going to move to Cali right now, and we're going to do videos all day, every day. Jeez, that'd be such a good time. Look, let's jump over and see from Louis right now, and he's going to run you through his ideas on the Spirit Bell. So here's Louis Laval.
Hey everyone, Louis Laval here to talk to you about the Spirit Bell from Murphy's Magic.
Now, a number of people have asked me if I'd be willing to share my thoughts and ideas regarding this incredible device, and so that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. I haven't thought about what I'm going to say or what I'm going to share. I haven't written anything down. I'm just going to talk to this camera, and hopefully some good ideas and inspiration comes from it. So either you already have the Spirit Bell and you're just looking for new and even more ideas and things that you can do with it, or you don't have it yet and you're trying to decide whether or not it's for you, then maybe this video could help you make a decision. All right then, so first, in regards to the appearance of the bell, it already looks old. I'd say it looks old. There is this thing in bizarre magic that everything needs to look old and worn and aged, and then you can give it a story, but something doesn't need to be that old, you know, because if you said this came from, I don't know, the 1940s or the 1950s, it's not going to be oxidized and aged and scuffed up too much. It might actually look like this, especially if it's been well preserved. You know, if the story that you give your bell is that it's been handled with care all of these years, then there's no reason why it wouldn't look exactly like this. There are certain things that you can do to age this and make it look old, but I would only recommend doing that if you have a solid reason for it. If you have a story about this thing where due to the story it needs to look old and worn and weathered, only then do it. Don't go ahead and, you know, because you can use sandpaper on here to make the wood a bit worn. You can spray this with a fine mist of black spray paint, which is something I do to everything, just to kind of darken and dull the shine a little bit. There are a number of things you can do, but as I say, don't do anything like that unless unless the story can't work without it. Otherwise, keep it like this. Now, if you are doing a show, it's safe for me to assume that you have other objects. Maybe you've got some tarot cards, or, you know, or maybe you're using the cards that came with the bell. If you have some sort of spooky, mysterious, dark story for every single thing, then how do you justify that, right? How have you come to collect all of these things? I think it's okay to introduce the bell, because you can talk about the history of using bells in seances without saying that this one exactly was once used in a seance. I mean, you could, you know, the choice is yours, whatever direction you want to take this in, but another very interesting way of introducing this would be to say something along that. Now, this isn't something that I've written or planned, this is just kind of off the top of my head, but you could say something along these lines. You could say, okay, so this is something that took me quite a while to find, but this bell meets all of the exact requirements and specifications of an authentic spirit bell used in seances, in early seances. The reason why I say authentic is because throughout the years, people have used tricks or illusions to try and convince you that they are in communication with the other side. So, the mark of an authentic seance would be this item right here. The bell has no handle, because if this was to be held by a human and they tried to trick us and make it ring, we would see them doing this. So the bell will not be touched by anybody. It will hang from here on a wide wooden base, and it will sit on the table. And the reason for the base is so that if anybody tried to shake or move the table and try and cause this to ring, it would become very obvious what they're doing, so nobody will touch the table. Finally, the bell itself is wide and heavy, so that if anyone tried to cause the bell to ring by blowing on it, it simply doesn't work. Nobody will touch the bell, nobody will touch the table, and we'll all take a step back. And that way, if the bell does happen to ring tonight, then we will know for sure that nobody alive is the one causing it to ring. That was really bad, but that was just off the top of my head. But you see what I mean though? So by talking about the features of the bell, you don't need a backstory. You can say, oh yeah, it was used in seances. You can talk about, you know, people have tried to do trickery in seances, and then talk about all of the things here and explain that tricks can't be done with this. You could even take it a step further. If you had like a glass dome or bowl or box, like an upside down fish tank or whatever that you could put over this, you can even add a bit there and say, and the bell will be isolated so that no strings, wires or threads could be used in order to make it move. So it's like you're cancelling out all of the human things that could be done in order to make this ring, and that way when it does ring, because of the qualifications that you gave it earlier, it just makes it that much more startling when it does ring.
We had to end it there because it is so much incredible stuff. You're absolutely right. I was also, sorry, I was reading Zambini Escapes comment. We'll get to that in a second. George, he's an amazing storyteller. He is a phenomenal storyteller. I was so invested in that. I was actually just listening to Lewis then talk while I was reading the chat, and I was lost in his voice. And he's such an incredible storyteller. I was lost in that conversation. It is the perfect presentational hook. Insane. You're absolutely right, Alan. I love that so much, and he's absolutely right. Just talk about the features of the bell, and I love the idea of you blowing on the bell and that cancelling out a method. Like, he's giving you all these reasons for why it would work. And I was chatting to Patrick about this, and the same kind of works for Lewis's, having a glass case over it so you don't think there's any threads involved. And a way I want to perform this for social media, it's kind of like have a faux style reveal on it, if you will. And it sits there and it actually has some thread on it. And you can see someone pulling a thread. And I'm talking about how it's like, the spirit belt. The spirits are talking to us. You can see the thread getting pulled. And this is obviously just good for social media of all that content that's being used at the moment. But having that thread cut halfway through, like people watching, like, obviously this is just the strings, then that thread getting cut, and then hang on, how is this happening? And doing, I guess, the same kind of presentation Lewis is doing, saying, well, someone's blowing on it, and no, it really is haunted, and having everyone lose their minds. Absolutely. I would love to hear Lewis talk for hours. We look, don't mean to brag, but Lewis and I talk, and he sends me voice notes, and I replay them quite often. I play them quite often, just one after another, because he has an incredible voice. I love Lewis. I love every idea he has. There's a reason why he's one of the best consultants and creators in the whole wide world. So absolutely, I can listen to Lewis for hours. I think we should jump into another giveaway. I know everyone has been here for over an hour now, so I was thinking maybe this would go for half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. So, okay, you can see everyone typing in like !feet. The software that I have, they updated their software literally yesterday to get that to have a new what's it called, program. They've updated it from the old program they had, so I've been trying to like link that back in, and you don't know if it's going to work until you are live. According to the software, I'm looking at it right now, it says it's working. So I either need to link something in, like StreamerBot, that's what it's called. It has those things, so you can type in !feet, you could type in !cam and stuff. It says it's working. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like, just for everyone wants to get some feet cam going. And then we'll do a giveaway. So let me go feet cam. Let me see if I can run this. So we go test trigger, and you should be able to. No, it's not going to work. Oh, why not? There you go. It's not even connected. So it's, for some reason, it says partially connected. It says it's connected to OBS, but it's not. So I have to figure that out for you. I apologize. I apologize for everyone out there that wants. There's a lot of feet coming through. There's a lot of feet coming through. I gotta figure out why it's not showing some feet. So I apologize there for why it's not showing some feet. Oh man, I wanna show you some feet. It does have feet cam, and there's cameras over my side that should be connecting. There's cameras all around. There's like 3 different cameras. There's one behind me that looks over my shoulder. You obviously seen the one from when a bit of content ends, and the feet cam is directly under my under my screen. And so I want to test trigger. It's not working, so I apologize. I'm so sorry. I will get the feet working. I'm so sorry. Last stream, there was a stream we had that we have all the feet cam coming in, and there was people just spamming feet. So yeah, it was like there's back cam. I'm so sorry. I tested it all before too, and it says it's enabled, it says it's running, but it's just not working. So I apologize. I will get this working for the next stream, I promise you. And look, to make up for it, let's do another giveaway. Let's jump in. And again, Instagram, I'm so sorry. You're not going to see this. This is just for YouTube. So if you want to see what the giveaway is and come and enter the giveaway, come and join our YouTube. And let's jump over to that right now. This is the giveaway. We don't need that. We need this. All right, let's spin the wheel and see what we're going to do for our last giveaway for this stream. A mystery trick. Whoa. So this will be from our good friend Connor, who is in charge of managing all of our marketing and stuff now. And he sends out random exclamation mark no bid. Oh, you're killing me, UK Navy. Oh, I'm so... Oh. So Connor will, while I just recover from UK Navy just breaking my heart, Connor will be sending out a random prize. So he has full control of this. This could be a Spirit Bell. It could be an Apprentice Line product. It could be a Lloyd Barnes product. It could be absolutely anything. Connor has full reign of it all. Keep the beard. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. I will, David. Oh, David, I'm glad you got my back on this one. So we will be a mystery trick, and we'll find out who is going to win that. Let's just jump back to here and do this, and we're going to start the giveaway. Starting giveaway, go countdown. Everyone, go to town. Let's get this going. I'm going to go back to the cam so you can see if your name has been entered in, and we can have that going in here. So you can see we need to get that up, which is... There you go. You can see your name's getting added in. So that is it. Exclamation mark prize will get you added into that. Whee-ya. Look at them all go. Coming in. That will get you entered in for a random mystery prize from our good friend Connor. So it's good to see. Good to have you all in. Good luck to everyone. And thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out. I saw a comment just before that you were just getting started. I want to incorporate the Oracle from Ben Seidman. I love that, Mark. Mark, that's crazy good. That's crazy good. I love that. I love that. I love that. George Tesoro, only feet. Mate, no one would subscribe to that, but I appreciate... Look, George, I'll send you some pics of my feet just for you, baby boy. Just for you. No one else. But yes. I saw... David said half an hour to an hour. This is just getting started. Absolutely. This is the thing. I thought about how long this should go for, and I thought about all the clips that everyone sent in. And like I said, I've scheduled up 7 clips, and this has gone for an hour now. And I thought about doing, I'd like put them all through Premiere Pro, added everyone's names in, exported them out, and I had about 15, and I'm like, hang on, this is getting too crazy now. So I obviously put in the 2 winners again, Feivel and Jonathan. Congratulations again. I had to put your clips in. Even though you like random names drawn out, I also loved your performances. There was so many awesome videos. I wish I could put them all in, but unfortunately I couldn't. But if you do want all the videos put together in a big long video, please let us know, and I'll put them all together for you. Now, once this giveaway is done, we will do the final giveaway. And this is so if you want, we'll do this after the thing, but we'll be commenting in the comment section, and we'll draw out a prize after that. But we'll do this competition first. Kenny, just make sure it is exclamation mark prize. Our prize won't get you added in. There you go, Kenny. You're in, you're in, you're in. So good luck. You've got 26 seconds. Hopefully we can get some cool prizes out to you, and I appreciate it. Actually, what we will do, we'll do another random prize, and that'll go out to the final winner, which will be after the stream, because I know some people can't watch this as it goes live, so we will make sure that this will be after the fact, and you have a week to enter. So the winner of the prize will go out on next Stumps episode. Alan, will you and Austin be at Blackpool Magic Convention? I absolutely 100% equivalently will be at Blackpool. Hopefully Austin will be at Blackpool. We will find out. Now let's find out who's going to win this random prize. That's not going to work. I was clicking the screen on OBS. That's doing absolutely nothing. Good luck and congratulations, DW, my friend. Congratulations, DW. Again, shoot us a message in our social media on our Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Bebo, MySpace, OnlyFeet, whatever it is. Send us a DM, and I need your address, and I will get that prize straight out to you wherever you are in the world. Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. Now, let's get back to this screen here. Oh, mate, there's so many. Yes, You should all join the weekly jams on our Discord. Alan, the legend himself, they host 2 different jams. They host on his Alan's Magic Society. They host a jam on his Discord, and then Alan hosts a Discord jam on Murphy's, and he does a great job at that. So if you really want to go check out that jam and hang out and talk everything magic, Alan and the legends over there, incredible job. Thank you so much, Alan, for everything you do. Make sure you go check it out. The Spirit Bell should determine the winner. Absolutely. It absolutely should. But congratulations again, DW. All right, so for the final competition for today, I want to say, who was your favorite? Let's get rid of that countdown. We don't need that anymore. And let's get rid of this. Just make it a bit more cleaner on screen. But if you do want to enter into another random mystery prize, make sure all you need to do is comment in the comment section below who was your favorite person you heard from. Was it Luca, Feivel, Dan White, Chuck, Max, Jonathan, or Louis Laval? Let us know, whoever it was, in the comment section. If you're putting it in the live chat, I will check that as well. But make sure you also put it in the comment section of the video. And on next Tuesday's Stumped, I will draw a name out at random. I know we already had a previous Stump, so there'll be 2 winners in next week's video. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So, hey, DW, you're absolutely welcome, my friend. You're absolutely welcome. So thank you again for tuning in. And everyone else, thanks for hanging out. If you do have any ideas of your own for the Spirit Belt, please don't let this be the end of sending in through your ideas. There was a lot of people that didn't have couldn't use a camera or didn't want to use a camera, and they sent through like text, which is really cool to hear everyone's ideas on that. So please, everyone, if you've got ideas, if you want to film them and send them in, I would love to share them to everyone. There's also a Discord group for the Spirit Bell where some cool ideas getting shared on that, and I would love to hear from you. Yes, yeah. Make sure, David, you check out Lewis's 26-minute long video after this live. It's incredible. The ideas just keep going. I honestly thought about putting on the 26-minute long video for the whole clip, but I probably would have just been watching it in awe for that whole time. The tab is open, sitting there waiting for me. Love to hear it. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in and coming and hanging out. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been absolutely incredible. Is there a Facebook Spell Spirit group? Yes, there is. What I'll do is I will put it up in the link for this video. I think there was mentioned on the instructions, I believe. What I'll do is I'll put the link to the Facebook group in the description of this video as well. So I'll do that straight after this. So if you go back and just refresh or check the description, I will make sure the link is in there. Just getting some last questions in because I know there's a bit of a delay. If you could scroll for me there, please. Software. Thank you very much. Autocorrect Spirit Bell. Yeah, I was thinking Spirit Mail group is a good idea. I'll definitely check out the Louis Laval video. The guy is a genius. Absolutely. No, thank you so much, UK Navy. I hope that helped. If you got any more questions, UK Navy, on the Spirit Bell, I'd be happy to answer anything that you have on it. Hopefully we answered some questions for you today. But yes, it's all good. And thank you so much for everyone tuning in. I would love to hear more of your ideas. And any ideas, I'm honestly going to go build that shooting off card routine. I want to build that so much. There's so much you can do with the Spirit Bell. I can't wait to see what you guys do with it. Been so many beautiful performances and ideas already. Thank you so much, everyone. You enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Great stuff. Mine arrived today. Hey, there you go. I can't wait to see what you do with it, mate. Thank you so much. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And I'll see you tomorrow on our Watch New This Week or on our Discord for those jams that Alan is doing. Enjoy yourselves, my friends. Take care. Be kind to each other. I'll see you later. Bye for now.
How do you learn?
So this is what we're gonna do. I'll use both of you for this one, okay? So you guys have been mixing the cards, shuffling the cards. What I want you to do is we're now gonna do it blindly, and I'm gonna time you, okay? So you're gonna take the cards under the table, and you're just going to mix, okay? So you come here and you mix, and then you'll hand them over. Okay, and you start when I put the timer. Let's do this. Start, go. Go. Okay, now, and then hand them over once you've completed it. And would you name any card? You can hand them over to her, please. Oh, under the table if you can. And then name any card. I know it's a little confusing, but this is good. Name any card. Any card.
Yes, it comes. Okay.
Yep.
4 of hearts.
4 of hearts. And then once you've done that, hand it over. Oh, and stop. So we'll stop. You can bring the cards up. And let me stop this. And this is what we're gonna do. This is the crazy thing. You guys were mixing under the table and you've stopped at any position. You've named any card at all, just to make sure that there's nothing I could have done, okay? And I put a timer, let's see, 12 seconds.
Okay.
12 seconds. This is what I want you to do. I want you to burn the top and bottom card. Yeah, you can put them under your purse, right there.
Okay.
Think about this, just in case I could have done something. What was the card you wanted?
4 of hearts.
Would you be impressed if that card on top of the deck is the 4 of hearts?
I would be impressed.
There's only one thing left to do. Go ahead.
What? Oh my god. How are you doing this?
You guys did everything.
That's true. How are we doing
You
this?
shuffled under the table. You named any card. I didn't touch anything.
Wow. Crazy. Yeah, wow.
Thank
All
you.
I have to say is wow. Yeah.
Here, let's try this. Let's try this.
Okay.
Take the cards, put them behind your back. Let's try it again. I'll put a different timer. I'll put a different timer. Let's do this. How's that?
Sure. Yeah.
And there you go. Once again, you already know the drill. In your mind, you just imagine a deck of cards and pick one. Which one do you want?
The 3 of diamonds.
The 3 of diamonds. Are you sure that's the one you want?
Yeah.
Perfect. The second you hear that timer, you will stop mixing those cards. And there we go. Stop.
Okay.
Stop mixing the cards. Again, let's you can put them face up.
Face up.
Yeah.
Would it work if I put them face down?
Put them face down. It's up to you. Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
All right.
Face
all right.
down.
Face down.
What did we do last time?
We spelled it out.
So what card did you say? So 3 diamonds. Do the same thing, please. Because it, yeah.
H-R-E-E
D
D-I-A. How do you spell diamond?
A-M-O
O
N
N
D. There it is.
Oh,
For your diamond.
frick. And I could have done it face up. I could have.
You chose.
You didn't touch the deck.
I didn't.
Am I the magician here? Am I the real magician?
Before you start, you're going to be mixing those cards. I'm going to place a timer on my phone, and you're going to mix them for that specific amount of time only. So the second you hear the timer go off, you will stop. Okay, so I'm going to start the timer now. Go ahead. Now, name any card at all that you want.
2 of spades.
2 of spades. You could have named any card, but you chose the 2 of spades. He's mixing cards on the table. The second this stops ringing, you're going to stop mixing those cards, okay? So let's just see. There it is. So you can bring the cards forward. Yep, no worries. And then let's put them